Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tech Talk. I'm your host, Jeff Hootselle, Chief Cloud Officer with Auditmacs. Hey, we've got a great show for you today and some really exciting announcements. We're going to bring on a good friend of the show, James Lampke. James is the Area Vice President and Division Director of Infrastructure and Operations at Robert Half. He's also he's the Program Chair for the Jacksonville IT Council and also the Chair of the Tech Coast Conference. And that's really what we want to focus on today and really talk about this upcoming event that they've got. So James, thanks for joining us on the show.
I appreciate you having me, sir.
Hey buddy, so Tech Coast Conference is pretty exciting, right? It's been in town here for a number of years now. You guys have continued to have it kind of grow and grow every year. I know last year was a great event over at the Jaguar Stadium. This year, like everything else, is going to be probably a little bit different. So give us some details on the upcoming conference.
Yeah, the powerful word we're using this year is pivoting, right? So this year for the conference, we're taking it fully virtual. We've expanded to a 2-day conference where we've lined up a great list of speakers to give to our community in these times that we're having, to be able to give content, to be able to see some things that are going around the world, the United States right now. And I quote, I can say the world right now because we do have an international speaker this year. But just to do something for our community so we can keep this conference growing. It's become such a staple in the IT community here in Jacksonville. And we care about our community, so we want to try to produce information for them as best as we can, even in challenging times.
Yeah, that's great. So obviously it's a technology-focused conference, but who is this conference really for? Who are your attendees that typically come?
Honestly, I'd say it's anybody that loves technology. You know, it can be everything from your true technical person that does this on a day-to-day to business owners. You know, we want to showcase the technology that's being used this year, focusing on being in a pandemic and a time of struggle, to really promote what technology can not only do for people but do for businesses, and that's our ultimate goal this year. So if folks are interested, there's no professional demographic that this conference is for. It's for everyone.
All right, so give me a little teaser. Give me a couple of guys we might hear speak or ladies we might hear speak on the stage during the event. Who are you going to have on with you this year?
Absolutely. So as I said, we have our first international speaker ever, Sammy Leho. He is a very, very, very influential security speaker and advisor out of Switzerland. He's won multiple awards at Ignite for best session, best speaker, best keynote. Going to be speaking on security inside of a pandemic. We have you. You know, we're having Tech Talk on the conference this year. Going to bring some great speakers, from what I'm told. Another great speaker we have is the Senior Vice President of Alert Logic, Jack Dene. Very successful in the security space as well. Going to be also speaking about keeping your environment safe. He's built multiple startups throughout his career that have been very successful, that have led to great mergers and acquisitions. And then another one of my personal favorites is we've got a tech panel that's discussing startups in the technology industry, being led by Jacksonville's own Jim Stallings, it was always a great conversation, and many, many more. We've got a bunch of vendors coming in to showcase the different kind of technologies that are kind of emerging out of 2020 and discuss how they're not only going to affect the IT world as a whole, but also how they're going to affect Jacksonville directly. So great list. And, you know, the biggest plug I'd say is, you know, we've decided this year that we're going to be partnering with Zoom. They've been a fantastic organization to work with, and we're going to be partnering with them on many levels this year. So stay tuned for that, because that is going to be an exciting conversation and piece of our event.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be pretty cool. We're obviously excited about being part of it and kind of taking the Tech Talk show on the road. I know we've got some great folks. We're talking about transitioning to this pandemic, and folks will be interviewing companies like 8x8 and Evolve IP and CloudGenix, if you guys are familiar with them. They just got bought by Palo Alto not too long ago, and even some CIOs from some big, multi-billion-dollar companies that'll be coming on and talking about how they're shifting their culture and changing some stuff. So it sounds like it's a really good event.
I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, so how do people find out about it? If I want to come and attend, where do I go to find out more about the event and get set up?
So we're all over social media, just like everyone, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. But the easiest way, techcoastconference.com, takes you to our landing page. It's got the schedule that's going to be broke out. It's got the different presentations are going to be ticket access, and various other things, pictures from years prior, and ultimately overall what our mission is for putting on this conference.
That's great. That's great, James. So we'd also be remiss if we didn't say, I mean, you guys are doing a lot of good stuff through this as well, and kind of for a good cause. So talk about kind of the charitable side of this and what you guys are doing and raising money for the community.
Absolutely. So both days we have the lunch interlude where we're going to have the Tech Talk series on both days, bringing in our guests, but we're also going to be doing our presentations. This conference is built for multiple reasons. One of the things we're most proud of is the fact that we're able to give back, and we give back by giving scholarships to local IT students here in Jacksonville. And we have 2 winners this year that we're extremely excited about, and we're going to take that time to really showcase them, give a little background on who they are. Going to be able to really just make it public. So we hope people can join and show their support for our local IT community and these students, because it's not an easy process to go through. There are a lot of applicants, and to get chosen for this, it's really neat, and they get really excited, and ultimately it's helping grow the IT talent that's going to stay here in Jacksonville is the goal. So I mean, that's the biggest push for the conference. Always has been, always will be. How can we help educate and develop our younger generation to continue to grow in the technology field and grow our technology environment in Jacksonville?
Yeah, that's awesome. It really is a good thing you guys are doing over there, and we appreciate all the hard work. I know that goes along with this, especially trying to shift kind of last minute to a virtual event. It's great.
Sure.
I'm glad it's still going on, and it sounds like you got a great lineup. It's going to be a great event. So James, thanks so much for coming on and giving us a scoop. Everybody go out there and get your tickets and get set up for the event in a couple weeks here. And the dates again are the
19th and 20th.
19th and 20th of August. All right, guys. Well, go check it out and get your tickets. And thanks, James, for all you're doing. We can't wait for it.
No, thank you, Jeff, and hope to see you all out there.
All right, you got it. Thank you guys for joining us on another Tech Talk. We'll catch you out there soon.